Hey guys, welcome back. So we're part way into the Blazing the Trail Blitz. We just finished the first of the multiplier days. That was day 3. So you can see we are currently on day 4. About 4 hours left into day 4 here. So I just wanted to go over sort of what my strategy's been, and then maybe we'll flip over to normal mode and do some merging just for a little bit extra content. See what I can merge my way up to here. It seems like a lot of people have started playing and selling a lot of cheap blueprints and cheaper businesses at 1K, so I've been trying to pick up some during the competition here. Obviously, if you're going to buy anything, make sure you're buying it in normal mode, unless you are looking to climb the ranks and are purchasing a higher prestige business. Now, sort of what I've been doing, at least for right now, you can see I've only got 2 lands that are producing gold. Now, this is primarily because I am suffering a pretty devastating kingpin attack. So if you can see here, it is 119, and I don't feel like dealing with it at all with a defense. So one technique you can do is go and find the lands that aren't affected. All right, so I've got 2 lands that aren't affected, so I've chosen to just move all of my businesses there rather than putting up a defense. One, because it's a lot cheaper. The defenses, my opinion, are way too expensive, especially this one. 40 million basically just for 4 hours of defense. So it doesn't even cover the entirety of the attack more times than not. So for myself, I prefer to save that 40 million diamonds, especially on a day like today where it's not a 10x, which means basically, the score is not multiplied by 5. You can see normal days are 2x. So if we go to the live power here, normal days, meta, or whoever is at the top will be gaining 2 million per 10 minutes. Whereas on a 10x, like what yesterday was, you would see him gaining 10 million live power, right? So those are the really important days. Those are the days that you really want to try your hardest. I mean, every day is important, right? Because if you skip out on a day, you're going to miss some of the important leveling and prestiging requirements that will happen to sort of keep you pacing, I guess, with the rest of the party, right? As you can see here, I've managed to get into rank 24. I've got about 120 million, so not doing too bad here. Do have a few people probably that will pass me here. As you can see, they've got a fair amount, at least he's got a fair amount more cash per second than what I do. So if we look at the live, right, I'm getting about right now, because it is a 2x day, like the normal gold collection day for power, I'm getting about 83. Whereas if we take a look for him, where is he? Lin 93. He's getting a little bit over double what I'm getting, right? So he'll slowly make pace, but if it was like on the 10x day, he'd be significantly gaining on me. Now, as you could probably tell, I don't have any commons, at least not up to prestige right now. I think that has been a mistake of mine, and I might need to switch and bring up some, because it's getting a little costly here trying to push with these, especially not being a very high quality. Now, if these were a higher quality, it might be a little easier to push with, but as of right now, I've still got a little bit more to go. Another 20 levels to be able to level it up, but I do try to keep these fairly balanced, right? These are pretty close to being about 100 away. This goes to about 490, and then the final 100 levels is what's really expensive. So getting it up to 590 is what's costly. So right now I'm trying to push with these 3. All right, so I'll bring them up, and then I'll go over and get my Pride records, and then as well as this LL Sport. Push up them, and then move over to the Felice, and then I will touch my, if it'll load, then I'll start working on the bank here. Now I did just pull another bank, so I did merge it, so now I have a quality 2 bank. So hopefully that's going to help out in a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to level this out to 410. And then I finally bring up my arcade, which is both the bank and the arcade are really expensive to push up. But as you can see, this is like providing me a significant amount of my gold. 2.75 million compared to something like this, which is only getting about $500,000. So they are worth it, in my mind. I originally thought that I might not be using it legendary, but I did have this one drop, and I did sell another one, which netted me some of my profit already, which I have been spending in normal mode already. But it is what it is. Trying to secure some extra businesses and blueprints, since we as more veteran players are not getting the benefit of all of those blueprints that we missed out on, that newer players are actually able to secure just by leveling up, right? Which is the 7 blueprints across the board for all levels. So yeah, I've been just trying to stack up on as many as possible. All right, so that's a little bit about what I'm doing in my comp mode. Nothing revolutionary, like I said. Little technique is to move all your businesses over to 1 or 2 lands that aren't as heavily affected, or try to attack your way out of deficits, right? So if you come over, take a look here, you'll see what I mean. So if we take a look at this one, I did get a decent or a little bit of a hit out, right? So I was able to reduce the bonus or debuff that I'm experiencing there. If we go, we'll take another look. Let's just check this one. Now I have been also thinking about maybe adding a 3rd uncommon. I'm not too sure if that's a good idea or not. I could add this one in, but here you can see I did get a good malware and a good king bin. So one thing I could do is move my other businesses over onto this one. So I could get another business on here. Actually, let's just take a look and see how that affects it a bit. So let's grab my Felice. That way I can talk about one more component that I am sort of ignoring. You could have seen it a little bit in that last screen there, but as I don't find it super important or as super concerning as normal mode, I'm not really working on any combos, right? So I don't find the combos are going to really give you that significant of diamond production, and I've already got a decent diamond production and more diamonds than what I can really spend. Well, I mean, I can spend them pretty quickly on boosters and stuff like that, but yeah, so that didn't really boost me up too much. Gives me a little bit extra with it, I believe, but actually no, I was at 32, I'm pretty sure. So let's just remove that and put it back, see what that looks like. So that's another thing you can do, is with the balancing of where your attacks land versus where your businesses are, trying to maximize those bonuses. Let me just double check that, see. I think it was better sitting here. Yeah, it was. So I'm just going to leave it here. But yeah, it's one thing I haven't really been working on too much. You can see I've got a couple of them, but like 5K per hour, right? Versus these ones. These ones are all right, actually, the 7K per hour, but I don't think they're like super significant. And the hard part is, right, you need to gain prestige to be able to even take advantage of any of these. And so, the further in the game you get, the more that they're going to give you. And that's a little bit of an advantage, but I mean, trying to focus on business combos doesn't seem to be a really good technique, unless you really are low on diamonds. But for me, I think, if they were able to provide a little bit of a gold boost as well, that might make people a little more excited about them. And then also having zero, like prestige 0 and having no bonuses, I know that threw off a lot of people, just because they're like, well, where's the business combos? Why is it all 0? That being because there was no prestige, and you need to be at least prestige 1 to start seeing benefits, and prestige 10 to have the max benefits. So I do have a few attacks ready here. I did hit one person as he's trying. I did hit Lin 93, or as he's trying to move up here. I did cut his gold in half, so that hurt him a little bit, hopefully. All right, so let's switch back to normal. I know there's been a lot of blueprints going up, so I've been trying to nab as many as I can. I'm sure the floor is eventually going to hit 1K, but I am trying to secure some blueprints primarily because there is talk about these new like region-specific businesses, right? So these region-specific businesses, I have a feeling, are going to either be new businesses, right? They could be new businesses. So I just want to be prepared with some blueprints to be able to open them up and hopefully get some of these region-specific businesses. Now, they also could be something that they're going to do, right? Like the skin that's purchasable via the market, and then you would apply it to that skin or to that business and put it in that region, and it gives it a bigger bonus. So there is something that could be said in either direction. I'm hoping. I kind of like the skins. I just don't like buying them, especially not for the price that they put it at. I think it's a little bit too expensive. But yeah, I've been sort of watching the market a little bit. Things are coming up that you can purchase here, right? A lot of stuff at 1K. So I have been purchasing a few things at 1K. Whether I'll merge with them or not, I don't know. It is just something I've been picking up. As you know, that's as cheap as they can get is 1K. In the future, who knows? Maybe they will lower the price, so you'll see things that are listed for like 10 vouchers, not 10, or 1,000 vouchers minimum. So we'll have to see if that does change in the future, especially as Crow sort of climbs the market cap and price, right? It's been going up quite a bit recently, so you can see I've got a few of these blueprints locked down here. So we'll hopefully have a few more come my way. I've even at 2.4, I'm okay. I mean, right now for me, I'm not really interested in anything over 2.5. Because chances are you're going to pull one of those businesses that are, like a diner or something, right? And even these are only going for 1K unless somebody really wants it for merging. Then they might, if it's already bid on, then they might bid a little bit extra. But speaking of merging, I haven't worked on this one in a while, so let's see if I can get it to quality 5. So what you're going to do, right, is you go to the workshop and go to merge, and then I'm just going to click on my Cyber Bazaar, and I've got a few already ready to go, so let's see. Let's just go for it. Merge. There we go. That is how you want to start it, right? Let's try one more time, and then hopefully that's all the bad luck out of the way. So let's go. There we go. Quality 3. And let's do this. And fingers crossed. That's quality 4. There we go. And we'll do one more with the main business. And a fail. Alrighty. That hurts. That definitely hurts. It's the one thing I dislike about merging. I don't know how DJ Oracle does it. I really don't have the stomach for this type of stuff, but we'll give it one more shot. So we'll see if this will work. Do this. And then you need another 2. Okay, now we got one more opportunity here. Hopefully this one works. So let's merge that, and there we go. Oh man. Alright, we'll try one more time and then I'm done. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of merging. I mean, in normal mode, I guess it's kind of nice just to have them. It's more of a vanity thing, though it is starting to help out a lot more now that there's a major gold crunch. So that's why I have been trying to work on some of my uncommons, get them up to a higher merge quality. But 80% like chance, you would think. There we go. Okay, now we're down to a 75% chance. but still, it should be like almost guaranteed. There we go. So now I could say I got a 5-star bazaar, and that was a lot of businesses I just burnt, which is why hopefully they stay kind of cheap. All right, so let's drop this back on here. There we go. Now, that is the second highest that I do have. Oh, there we are. Nice attack in competition mode. My highest is on Block Nexus. It's the Sell Out Sport. So, I don't know if I'll ever increase it past 6. Getting it to 6 was quite nerve-wracking, especially because that's a lot of businesses that you got to burn. All right. And then I guess the last little thing, let's just flip back to comp mode. Now, it is advantageous to use a higher quality business, right? That does give you a significant amount more gold. If you want an example of that, I did an example in my previous video showing the difference between the quality 1, a quality 2, and a quality 3 museo. And you could see the different percentage increases that you're able to attain. See what we're looking at that I have to deal with. Pampa de Lampa. I know he's a bit bitter because I hit him a few times really hard. So yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is the prize pool here. So my goal, I do need about 30 million more to be able to attain my prize pool goal, which is a top 50 ranking. So there's a few people down here that I am a bit concerned about that might catch up to me. Shout out to Raz. He's the one that made our intro for the DJ Oracle and my collaboration podcast. So thank you, Flippin' Labs. But I am a bit worried. He's hopefully not going to catch up to me. We'll see. Let's actually just click on him. Yeah, so he's not suffering any attacks right now. So he's not significantly above me in gold. If I do get another one to the next prestige and boost it, hopefully then I can be maybe a little bit above him. But if we take a quick look here. So I did make another ranking table. This is for the Blazing Blitz versus the one that was made here. So what I've done is put in the multipliers, right? And this is basically going to spit out the rank score that if that person was in that position the entire time, what they would attain, right? So my goal is to stay in the rank 50s, right? I want to be above rank 50 just to be able to get that second extra NFT versus what everybody else is going to get from rank 51 onward to 1000, right? So they are getting 1 NFT. Rank 11 to 50 is going to get 2. So my goal is to try and stay within that prize pool. The vouchers are a nice bonus, but this is the score total million, right? So 149 million is what you need to be in the top 50, at least theoretically. Now this could change. It could end up being, like 153-ish or something like that, depending on how the ranks are actually distributed. But theoretically, if you were rank 50 the entirety of the game, you should be rank 50 at the end of the game, right, for the competition. Same with like rank 10. If you had 630 million score because you stayed rank 10 the entirety of the time, then theoretically you should be rank 10. And I do have the breakdown here. I added rank 25 compared to like my previous one. I didn't have a rank 25 in there. I thought it was a good idea just to add that because you can see the difference, right? Like between rank 10 and rank 50, it's like, well, how do you know where you're going to fall, right? Because that's a big gap, right? Like that's a significant gap of power and score that's tabulated. So I wanted just to give a little midpoint as well so you can see. So a lot of the score is closer to the 10s to 20s, right? So for me, that's what I'm sort of shooting for. I need about 30 million more. But as long as I keep playing and I don't sell out right now, like I don't have it on lock yet, so I can't completely drop to 0 and say that I'll be able to make it. But Congratulations to Papa Bigfoot. Theoretically, you have secured yourself a rank 50 placement, so good on you. And then everybody above him has as well. Now, I do still have a little bit more work, but we do have at least 3 more days, and one of those being the significant day, which is the final day, where the bonus multiplier is actually 7.5 times more, or 15x, based on what the developers like to call it, right? And that's again because this is a 2x day, so if normal score is 1 million, well, technically it's 2 million. I've never seen 1 million for the top ranked player. On the final day, which is day 7, it'll be 15 million. Whereas yesterday with the multiplier, it was 10 million, right? So there's a significant amount of score still to be collected come final day, which is, I guess, Thursday for myself. So best of luck, everybody. Hopefully you got a placement in mind. I mean, as long as you make the top 1,000, you're at least going to get an NFT, and you can end up getting something, quite useful. NFTs that you could end up getting dropped are things like the data pad, while it be very unlikely, at least for myself. I know I never get anything too significantly good dropped. You could also get one of the Gatling guns. There's also the virus capsules, so on and so forth, right? The time bombs, and then there's also the grenade launchers. You could also get the armor, so a power generator, your EMPs, things like that, right? The encryption devices, these are very helpful for protecting yourself against your malware maelstrom that I am currently suffering. So definitely try to max out on those if you can. So yeah, best of luck, everybody. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit of insight into what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not a top ranked player, but I'm not doing too badly. I didn't actually think I would get into the top 50, but I was able to do a fairly good attacking spree leading into the 10x day, and ended up actually landing a live score at 9 for a little bit, just a few minutes. Not very often I can get that high, but I was floating around there till I got run out of people to be able to attack, so that slowed me down a little bit. But sitting at 37 right now, so at least I'm not significantly losing rank. Still able to gain throughout these days. Hopefully once I get my next business up to prestige, I'll be able to boost it, and we'll hopefully get some more businesses and maybe finish off this prestige by the middle of tomorrow. Okay, well, hopefully you like that. If you did, let me know what you guys want to see moving forward, or if you guys have any strategy you want to share. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, best of luck, and yeah, let's finish out these last 3 days strong. Anyways, take care, everybody, and we will catch you in the next video, which will probably be a debrief on the prizes and how well I actually did in the competition. Thanks for watching.